Well, this movie happened, and now I do not deserve to carry my man card anymore. Sinister stars Ethan Hawke. Now, he plays a crime writer. He goes out and he looks for things that happen, perhaps unexplained, unsolved mysteries, and he tries to solve them with novels. And he's trying to get one more hit out of his career. He moves his family to a house in which these 4 grisly murders took place, and he's trying to learn about them. He's trying to figure out what happened. He finds these film reels in the attic, and he starts watching them, discovering some very disturbing and very creepy images. And this strange thing, this guy in these videos, starts harassing him. And this is a creepy-ass movie. Sinister is a movie that I heard a lot of things about because it premiered at various film festivals, and it had this buzz going about it amongst the film nerd crowd. You know, these people who love horror movies, and they want to see a good horror movie, and they're sick of The House at the End of the Street, and The Apparition, and just like me, all these horrible horror movies that have been coming out lately. And you see the movie's title, and you see the poster, it just, everything nowadays when it's horror, it just screams generic, unfortunately. But the thing that hooked me was Ethan Hawke. He's an actor that's very underrated, I think, and he rarely ever attaches himself to garbage. Usually, if he's in a movie, it definitely has some credibility to it. And I really enjoyed this movie, and I'll tell you why. It's scary. And when a scary movie is actually scary, I'm happy. I see probably like, I don't know, 20 to 30 horror films a year that come out. Usually only a couple of them actually are effective to me. Sinister is by far the creepiest film I've seen all year. There is just a vibe in this movie. From the first shot, which I may say might be the best opening shot of the year. The opening shot of this movie is freaking fantastic. And from that opening shot, I knew I was in for something different. But like I was saying, from the opening shot of this movie onward, you just get this unsettled feeling. And it's because of the editing. It's so slowly edited. Like, shots linger, you know? People sit and they actually look like they're thinking, and when they move, you hear the sound effects of their clothes rippling. That attention to detail of these small little things really just make you watch this film calmly, but on edge. You're aware of the fact that you're breathing really slowly. Just like taking it in, and then stuff starts to happen. When I was driving home from this movie, I was kind of glancing in my rearview mirror. I was looking behind me like, what's going on back there? Is there anything? Okay, I'm safe. Like, it actually affected me, and this movie definitely put me on edge. Ethan Hawke, I think, is really good in this movie, and he's never done a flat-out horror film before, and I really liked him and his presence in this movie. He added credibility to the more over-the-top elements of this movie. Chris, did you know that this film was written by Carlisle from Spill.com? Yes, I did actually know that, and his script is good, and I'll tell you why. It is absurd what they ask you to believe in this movie. Characters sit and they talk about things that are just so silly, but they keep this serious, straight face to it. That level of dedication by the actors and the director to that script allows the audience to actually go, okay, even though this is really silly and over the top when I think about it, I'm invested right now because of the way this film is crafted. And that's a testament to the script, the actor, and the director, and the 3 of them together to create something that normally on paper you just be like, this really better be directed well, otherwise this is gonna be stupid, really stupid. And I'm not saying the script was bad, it's just that the script had to have the right director, and since this movie does, it worked for me. And one of the things I liked about this movie is you can't really define it as one specific genre. Yes, it's definitely a horror film or a scary film. What I mean is it's not really a ghost movie, it's not really a monster movie, it's not really a serial killer movie. It's just some paranormal thing, this being movie. Like, I liked that. You couldn't really identify what the thing actually was, so it made it more frightening because, as I revert to often in my reviews, the line from Batman Begins where Falcone says, "And you always fear what you don't understand." And it's true. Now, the movie does have a few issues. It's by far not a perfect film. A lot of the issues I had with the film were tonal. There were times when the movie was really riding a great line of sustained tension, and then it would kind of deflate for a while, and then rise back up. Also, there are a lot of scenes of Ethan Hawke walking around at night holding a baseball bat. And in a film like The Apparition earlier this year, which was literally nothing but people walking through halls and reacting to sound effects, and it was horribly acted and directed and written and everything, here it seemed more real, but it did get a little tiresome after a while. Really not too many problems with this movie though. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. Another thing that I really liked was that there was a lot of added family tension. There was characters there which made you care about the more over-the-top scary elements because the characters were grounded in reality, and that's how you make a good scary movie, not just brainless jocks and big-breasted women walking around half naked for 90 minutes. That's stupid. It's not scary. This film stars a older man who is a father, a legitimate family, you know, characters that seem real, and so you actually are affected by some of the scares because of that. So Chris, will the movie actually scare me? I don't know if the movie will actually scare you. I was scared by this movie, and you may be scared by it too. I really enjoyed Sinister. I'm going to give it a B+. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and as always, if you like this, then you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.